convention and misunderstanding of my case. Now others don't pay particular attention to it. That saved me. That saved me. That is my first of blessed men. The video will be a fireman. That saved me. Because now I'm in the panel Bolivians, not person of the Metro money. At that panel, I'm saying they be a woman share and share make difference. The bear back here to go from the senior and I'm a panel, I'm going to see a meeting. Bolivia now about Hawaii. When you have people who are meticulous like this and who pay particular attention to content in the law, they are assured positions who appear before such a person, these superior get justice. One of the for Manua, the Monsun, actually, but doing it like this, I spent over 16 years at that police court. And many of us at the bar were surprised. So why had it kept so long? But at the end of the day,
Council, these are men of integrity. But Osha said, "Ye gan ha, the man you say me ye, and then someone koso, a bikra from the then candidate Mahama, and they obey president. You do makwa. Do you see, sir, public no, ebe hold do to that high esteem? I'm meritorious integrity. I know.
Yeah, dear. Minimum of the clear men who more ye do mungo more clear and say, yet the fact of the law in the yedima. If you are somewhere the abo do and now we are to court me and none of the general to the council. Politicians they are there. In the United States and other places, judge no cry to Abaman on party lines. And so but now said we are you perceive in one penny for in no much say and no much. That's what sometimes I complain about and these were people who were hard cracking guys. I mean, no argument were class. I ain't in particular. Or from a property Democrat. Now, my friend of champagne. This year, I interesting experience. Those days, they are not in Tamak. We were really arguing. It took the state institutions on. And in phone on your much say, your vampire near stuff would do my woman say, woman fat and on your juma. We are my some our candy, no politician, a big stage, so I can't get order. Yeah, let me give you one example. That is our poll. So we are Mama in the Supreme Court. In the election petition of 2020, so no, you pay a man. If your case is bad, it's bad. One example, it's a very controversial thing within the ranks of MPs. Justice Kata in the Republic, for sure, you rule here. Reasons or the Maya, they are to rule Justice Kata in the Republic. The issue of who, what the matter is void and who must declare is the judge. And the political institution, bet me, I can answer, but somewhere I do more minimum of political line ringing. But the political line is the crowd. When the fact speaks for itself, yeah, you can't contribute. It's not out there. Really is not my enemy. On only reason they say death penalty are wrong. And what them, however controversial it is, lawyer is really lawyer for controversy. In the absence of controversy, there is no relevance of a lawyer. And the politician may have made his case. Wow, we have defense counsel now once open. How well are you prepared? Brief now, what is the quality of your brief? Lawyer dear, as someone and frail. A yet day and a frail. Until I am charging the bill. Was the mother on one frame and you ain't in our frame. Into all lawyer announcement with him the quality, you must know the orientation of every judge you appear before. That is what many senior actually. So they can't be a class, no. If you have to say Murano, be a liberal or conservative, a textualist and answer your mind. No, I couldn't be some. Into all the judge in the name who will fair view about his orientation and how you can convince the judge to your side. Yeah, I mean, you applaud me. Very bad is I can get the pay, or I can get very good terms of pay. Ning I am training any experience. You buy a shank for 4, you put not court near 10 for 4, near show me who said only yet to man, na we are penny be one man see what's the minister as if I'm a Katia, very nice lawyer. Yeah, kind of humanity. There may be controversies in appointment of people into the Supreme Court. But experience has shown some of our young human nature at the same here. From so bet me a banner, sometimes last the chicatra, my system no quite announce of perception. Until let's welcome them. Maybe only concern I want to say my mama campaign is say Supreme Court numbers in the doors. In the adding buy at a go nominally T7. That is the biggest thing. Yes, we are politicians now campaign or platform sure. Yeah. No way information me. I'm a to fool you. A bastard yeah. But as it is who see numbers in the doors. You say what is 7 common number 17 and 19. And these were very things we set up a constitutional review committee there. You have a ceiling of 9 or 11 people. I know you're politically unfair. It tells you that at the time you made the pledge, either you were not abreast with the fact, you were just not being candid, not being fair. The establishment. I drunk and get on there and set politicians and I think say, I'm going to make it a year, yeah, promises are Omanfm. Now on the whole, yeah. It's not a bad idea to get Mr. J, Akayelusu, Amariba, and other people in the Supreme Court. I think it's a good idea.
Oh, here committee now. Appointment committee, vetting committee, said they are a tafre woman. Oh, sure. Questions are not a ban na a strong questions are answers I buy and so a bit boy mom quacoyan.
Yeah, on assessment, you don't understand the both sides, Nayara. You can't get all the questions right all the time. And you can't get all the answers that pleases you at all the time. But on the whole, men get too straight about that. Yeah. It's not like we don't know them. An appointment committee delivery is not the basis by which you will be confirmed. Because the system now the promote from High Court going, you share the quality of your judgment. Say what Chimbrana say. Now, judge not Chimbrana say. May I clear before taking God judge? I don't want to. Baba was not the 2 years. The Yanko Punch shall not cost your corner. Adia will go far. She was very, very fair. But Chimbrana said, but construction nothing. And I'm not now on him any reflective hour on the decisions. And I do the coffer. There are times I will be ground with the choir and then send the political over. But politically, be also established the rulings of Georgia, while looking on ground that I know the current Supreme Court on the rulings that they will compare minority views of God for the damage as if what case now share minority majority you normally winning minority the law no minority majority for them. But look at the people in the caliber who appointed them. They were all current Supreme Court. Many of them, or either all of them, were appointed by another party. But they would not necessarily to a party or a president's line or party tradition line. They would do their job as they understand. Some are so much there. That's the answer. In young money, a bear judges that. Sahani, a bear said, I'm going to stay. In America, might be a magistrate. That is Massa. Attorney General. About a chief justice. There's a difference between chief justice and attorney general. I am sitting at the Judicial and I have a fidelity. That kind of thing here, on the whole, it's not a bad idea. There's a time I do a more cordial politically sensitive, but I think they will leave up to the expectation.
My final question, if you come on and one of the judges, Nai Busano, appointment, any gender, Emma no can say, or no, say. About appointment, young call for the best rather than say be can say equality in so being qualifier and farmer. Meaning so TS asem no.
Yes, that's correct, yeah. And that's the view. But you see, no clear what say yeah. Gender scholars and activists have made a lot of impact in our society. Society 30 years ago has substantially changed. So what's your gender scholars? Maybe your gender studies in sociology. And you can't talk about gender diversity without people like Professor those days in sociology department. They've done very well. Techuma Menu and other people, they've written extensively cultural rights, cultural reforms, women empowerment, affirmative action, and expansion and access of women to higher education and public offices. But then let me give a program to BBC about India. Gender is not a replacement of somebody's rights. It is a panel. Yeah, the little court as part of promoting one side of the gender, women, grandpa. We must look at the quality and what she brings to the bench. Because you always the bench, you know, it's not for nothing. You're from a lord, you're from a worship, you're from honor. It is not for nothing. I came when Yanko Pondia to a reacting now every year. You didn't want to man a showman, sir. British English, which was a judge, a diadem with the who wouldn't tension or the court that you will call hell, much. And the quality, no, and so far, Nicola, I mean, what classmates, man, goes by now, they should be at the High Court. Quality lawyers are, they do more state practice. My good friend, like a warrior, let's be on the bottom of the board. Very good lawyer, very good lawyer. And see, why you do my corner, you do my corner. You who, dear, what is feeling? And then the last 3 times, there are 2 times, see, I see justice on my ma. Mammy Sophia, Mammy Tokonu, and Mammy Georgina. One a bit me a catcher said technically these people came to fill the bench, or those who appointed them. You see, you have balance gender, you have quality, but we also have to get justice. Yeah, Uko court will know any justice, not judge amount judgment, I camera, and yet a cow client, a bonkwa. I have some true set when ya what I'm going said the chrono, Yans and Ranatre. On the whole, dear, gender, yes, maybe a factor, but it is not a replacement for quality. Yes.
Councilman, I say, Rebecca Sechi. Yes, so yeah, that's it for speaking to a number of people across the world. 107.1 Sunihai Omanfm. Afi, Omami announce so yeah in social media platform. Yeah, na yeah announce so. Omo bass on so with your text messages. Yeah, the Bema on Facebook. Okohwa Omanfm. Ye logo no ya akokosra de na waboso. Ibia now do message ato. Ye be kan e the amount. And then on YouTube and so. Omanfm Okohwa ye logo ni akokosra de na waboso na fi ye kwen bi akoso age lawyers ni bi adwene. Na ya hwe near a course appointment committee near a course. Say, dear, baby, I nam, sir, or my Ghana, sir, or you be a, oh, ye Ghana near, oh, Honmana, one my share kakra, ato Susan said, near air co, near air bano, why you was $1 back from 18 no. But teacher, $1 bar for me, I did home commodity $1 back from $1 back from. Oh, here's a son, baby.
Brian. $1 no nansan efi be na otwem yenu ni okọ dwam na se wo to ne me bi ti se emo ne ne ma bi no ebi be ba fom kakra bade me hu ye ne se na ebi no mo ka me nse de ni hu adanse ye se omom ton mo ne ne ma bi o mo atete so te se anwa o mo atete so kakra na ye adwadifu a omone NDC aban no da call
Mame Nkwahuma no so bio lawyer Frimpong Manson private legal practitioner is a constitutional lawyer, a human rights lawyer, and yene no bedin komo kakra ba criminal law so wa nyame adom wa ben kakra kazo maje
yeah tesai
me wo na so ai okay yeah that's an open say waje enso na ye ni omanfo nyina ebeche nimde agya ye oman e na ye chichire nti duro se anamo a mo ewo nimde no nyame adom mo no na ya ba beji bi na ekoso appointment committee migiri se wa follow kakra judge se o makọ enra be se miensa no your initial comment
me say baako na baako amenya no ye senior John Wepe na the last one also nyane kakra na me busy intimate me am follow me nyina eti de me ho no betumi na wakasa kakra.
Very well. But the kind questions ana eba no eno na ebe probu ne ewo some mpanimfo yi mu towards adwuma mo kwakoye yemfa appointment committee no nhyase appointment committee no questions ana eba no na eso ani
meka se ebi o ha na emu no pa na ebi o nso a le emu do na ni nyina no so no se committee no ebi wo afa we ene wasu ebi wa afa we edi aya na afa bi o ha on de no mo emre se ne be ya le pano obe yan ho akete no akodi ne position no and afa bi so ho so emu odi na I said o ya ha enema enso no say ye ka a friend say interviews and say probing to people say career and enema na I say move up if say position now on the panel quarter so no any position ketwa it is a more and run more to say enema wo so mo ye enim for on ma there what had been embrem enso no questions bi over ana see you say bia senya wugina no eye ana say enye na say na position na wo kodi no with me defend it. It's a person no more examples.
Young Queen said they okay. How the examples are not to answer and after you baby and enemy.
Mefa baby na minority leader na okwizi friend saying Judge Senior Jamapeno. I would say question you about Busano. Now it said all touch the past are related to even the present government. Now a lumuno na me who say I had to say the before crack a cramp muno or to me comport to itself. Judge Jamapeno to comport to itself. And they say we had the career path of Judge Senator Jamapena. No, or a part of the tribunal, rolling style, no, I was off Tamale. That's a part of the tribunal, the judicial arm of the government of the day, no. It is necessary, I had to say, the only deal with specific issues. At the time, or refer, no, say, was part of the tribunal, now, or related to the current position, I said, question of Busan, I said, there's a check in the past, no. Fairly demean and not just I say, and yeah, into a non reply, say, appointment, no, or to the baby, and I appointment. And no, and more Kakra, you say, I said, who per se, the background, I just said, be influence of us. But don't forget, we don't have political appointments, political recommendations, and all that. You know, so basically, on and on appointments on saying that the promotion record, no, so also a first court at Chepa. Then Crawford brain, the genius will grab a panel of Supreme Court in the man. Internet is a more yakakra. It's your honor. Now I said, oh, person which I say it won't deserve one. Then one example I can give you.
I see. Near Obusa question, no, won't you see more? Ena, wa Missani ye, and the no ye, no, no, sha. I say, question with the answer, Busami.
Oh, question is there. The Busano and Mano say, vetting the day, a Bibia, the with me at Biano. Now say, Okudwana also case on friends on guidelines are on the interview. It is not the guidelines now on the interview anymore, but on veteran and on it is now a friend saying, chairman, as some say, oh. We are defining our rules in the man. Kakra. It no first side no ana enko yi microphone be brinson to one say aden na woman no enko say left na wo stop no e ho na moya enso no be ne ben sana akoy because the issue of politics no we there e wo be bia.
I see. Ohania air course we are said na okay committee na nim no ase mu ache ase we no mu ofa ha ebuse questions I was say mu yemre we no mu ofa ha ebuse questions I was say mu eyedin ye de ni say ya na ya beduru ha opani e de na ye betumi aye e de asesa we san say we yemfa nchikire man
the wakano the fiber see almost say sebi me for we plan to any interview for you might say bia baby I was here sebi o ba interview if you credit pa na on interview no di mo baby and so say na ya wotimi enya opposition wa ba be tran ho no e no tere say bibie mu udina ho but we no court say level of your democracy and sending questions no from now to say the after the higher party alignment we know I am it no I am now working one busa say it ye ko liya na say ko liye it me no ma bi na say the vetting of to say Supreme Court judges especially but all the ministers in we now sana ko it is ye say you call your name, and you see, normally, parliamentarians no committee members. No, it is the quality of parliamentarians now, and I reflected the friend saying, veteran. The quality in the same quality in the alignment, so I align it to a political party new way. It is actually beer. Say, remember, say a bit more to me. I see other people now. Ya ye de five we say ni pa we onyina safa we na o committee no so na no ye benya me say ne pe no
lawyer me no ase akire be kasa
yo that's a pa
yenso ye da say lawyer Frimpong Manso a private legal practitioner na ene no din common 107.1 so ni higher Omanfm said me ma wonya ntie no e social media platform Facebook ho a Omanfm onsa e be kan sanso so na YouTube nso ko ha wonsa be kan but ya no aka say logo ni akokosra de oboso na wako wadim ya na nkrofo ka say ya announce momfa enche ye teacher yanku yanim kakra
Brian so hwe interviewer one lawyer Alexemfi no na me ka asem bi ansa na one ne din komo no na lawyer can be about the quality of sa nominees no na ubisa no about say ya friend no onipa a ofre no so de no court Supreme Court ho no ono nso asem a wo kan ye right eto da bi a ho say obi e de ukọ baabi empo se obi de wa ba adwuma bi mu wan hwe yi a obeba ba ye se me be yakwa manipa no wadwuma mu unless wonim de wo be ye ade ba akwa me hwe ni mu se sa ajaji fuyi yo madwin se obi NDC mampani ana se NDC aban na do mo baaye na omo pom anim onyam ene omo yiedie ene omo mada achinti megiri se omo begina sade mra no te wo bra wonye na adwin se because senia omampani John Dramani Mahama ka se atemuafo no mampani nanado pens no mo ho no omampani nanado na de our appoint omo binum nti na ebi omo di asem omo be di asem akọ in favor of NPP enti ono nso de atemuafo a ebi a osusu se ono nadwim no omo ye NDC fo na beko na hey na ato se ajage fo no tena se hu se yanim onyam also is at stake enti de mra no be ye adwane aka se no se na ete loyal exemption can say what say when your case is bad it's bad enti so mbema oman no ye de wonim na ebi a enye so mampani John Dramani Mahama de omo ba yinti bia political issue bi ba ene omampani John Dramani Mahama na de ba yinti be ko ye be di asem de ya favor wo mo eno basa omo integrity hwe wo hwe se de loyal exemption emudi a wonim sa atemuafo no said the okeka fa obi a ho e chese ampa omo nim de omo asua de omo de mbra no ye adwuma no omo kire mbra no said the ete no ese so omo kutamu sa bra Omanfm John Dramani Mahama de omo aba no na omo yesi ye ka brofu bi he who pays the piper calls for the tune na enkoba say Omanfm John Dramani Mahama na de ye ba nti ye be ye na adwuma e basa e meboa oman no wani mo nyam nso e wo ho so ahu enti wo be ka sem no se ne te wo be di asem no se ne ete because de ye hunu yi de Omanfm John Dramani Mahama ba yi aseni bi a wo de ye de ma me tokonu Chief Justice nsem yi e ye mfato ho a ensem no mu de ye he e na akọ in favor of petitioner no de asem no call ye no e kire se NDC abebra no opposition o ka ye nti he is going to influence the courts.
This government has carried out a deliberate policy of putting their people on the bench. It's more than 80 towards 100 and counting. He's packed the courts, and we know that they've packed the courts because they want to avoid accountability after they have left office. And so all manner of people who are known to have been partisan, to have been executives of their party, who are in the legal profession, are being leapfrogged into the superior courts and other places. We must be prepared as NDC legal persons to also go onto the bench so that we can balance out, the judicial. And so I encourage some of you to look at careers on the bench so that we can balance out what the current situation is.
Brian, atemu adwuma no de Omanfm kan meneno enyadwe ubetimi enya judge bia nimdie no wo onim mmara no but asem Omanfm John Dramani Mahama kan to boni din say o nominate no na ko Supreme Court onko because of asem Omanfm John Dramani Mahama e ka ye yinti mimi gina hai unse medical akire wo madwene say na asem no kan nti me se teacher ntwi madwene ye me say atemuafo na odom ko nya NDC for based on nasem no oka bra no opposition nti sa na me madwen ye me and me did say the ordinary Ghanaian being so na me be ya adwen teacher de woka no me so sa na me madwen ye me because a hin fabrim ana on my be mu na sa de ebeko hwe bra ya he enya no kura bia na ye ka owiase o ewiase nya no kura bia e na ye ka enti me de me as an individual say teacher ntwi me madwen nyina ne say based on the Omanfm kan opposition nti no atemuafo no de omo kọ no omo ye NDC for na mmom no ono nso ade no kọ na be kire na adwuma na be kire se wan fami amase me ye NDC for adwuma na no na be kire emudie a sa atemuafo no ewo Brian
107.1 so any the voice you played should we not have questioned the then former president over the derogatory and damaging remarks about the judiciary? Is there any reason why we should not keep playing that voice in 24-hour mode? Is it not good and appropriate, therefore, to commend you for playing that voice and to say keep playing it in 24-hour mode? Good morning. Sylvester, sorry, Ena Ede way by. Now, Commodore Maminti Okakra Ewo and Komwa Yedie. Ene nia akoso ewo eye appointment committee no anim no
wofa ma yeni kan si
ma o microphone so kakra ma me na mente on
ma yeni kan si agegefo no a won be committee no anim mas obi tia na wahunu nkrofo ko a ekọ senso se ne wi afri ne ho a na yen kaka no wosa nipa a Omanfani
koso
ebo mudin a
koso
aha Justice Sir Dennis Dominic Ajayi eko committee ni so bia na se wakọ committee ni ma obe appear ho
ka won mama mpani ayi wo
mo ye wo Justice Simon Subara enso wo sa committee no anase mpanifo a yabo mu din a won be cause no bie sa so na ye wo Justice Senyo Jemefe eka ho bi Justice
enipa nso amampani e pa wo mo se o mo nko Supreme Court no
enti di omampani kan se monhwe career in the bench no Sani pay na ahwe career in the bench nti ayabom din omokọ what
wadwen na ye o sa na se wadwen na ye o sa
and say Omanfani say yenhwe career in the bench. Send a bear, a better balance. I want to say, Uncle for your body, no, I have a career in the bench, or they call balance. And nothing about body.
You see, these are men of integrity, and almost a pennyfua say, ye do home coma. Yana, Mimpesi, a dear man, yourself, ever for but answer, no, Yentia said, man, penny casem.
This government has carried out a deliberate policy of putting their people on the bench. It's more than 80 towards 100 and counting. It's packed the courts, and we know that they've packed the courts because they want to avoid accountability after they have left office. And so all manner of people who are known to have been partisans, to have been executives of their party, who are in the legal profession, are being leapfrogged into the superior courts and other places. We must be prepared as NDC legal persons to also go onto the bench so that we can balance out, the judicial. And so I encourage some of you to look at careers on the bench so that we can balance out what the current situation is.
So what you man penny dia, the other can say on more domo queen or domo court now or more aquaco balance. Mr. Georgia and cancer, happy birthday to you. Nyankopon enwadom make us say your wife Mrs. Comfort and cancer ETA and Mofrano almost say almost wish you well. But Jonas Fum say yes, one would say one way do more quick one we end this for. But before then, Council Council walk all day.
Yeah, million. I won't say
me hoye. And pay any lawyers and then AD come on mote embranase and as some penny influence munim womo and a politicians and a woman baby say a nin common we are. Not more direct and lawyers and AD common. Mammy Tio Kakra was answer my question.
Your AD kind of mammy fasa akonya in a minchia your TF4 and your hair phone. Emerson Commoner most at here and a very interesting and Commoner moody. I just want to say something small about Sir Dennis Ajay.
Okay.
Sir Dennis Ajay, yeah, your friend is Sir Dennis. Omama call law school, most of the lawyers know. Yeah. He's a brilliant, let me say, a brilliant lawyer and a brilliant judge. Me or me interpretation. Now, interpretation, any course be a we know Ghana School of Law. It's so easy to understand. But Sir Dennis, breaky interpretation down so much so that say, wow, no, obefa interpretation, boko, you could come to understand interpretation. Say, when you pick up the Constitution, when you pick up even the Act, what you say, oh, share even your friend is saying, wills. Say, any document be able to interpret, say, then it's still interpretation. You will actually come to understand the discourse interpretation. 2, share cases, case law. A gunitrim say, it is part of him. The law is in his bosom. And I find it very difficult to see Sebia because say Dennis Bia or you say now or you say, but I think it is long overdue. So only every law student, only every lawyer, Edin Koma, Obeka say, watch is long time. Okay. You see, it's long overdue. And for me, I'm very happy. Yesterday, your friend is saying.
Almost all the lawyers will be at Tieno.
I'm telling you, he's the embodiment of the law. I will say it, irrespective of BBR. And now, apart from interpretation, what land law, books,
a lot of books,
criminal procedure, books, what and a criminal law, books, what jurisprudence of Fadekwa. And now, said Dennis Yobia, you see. So many years ago, now he was one of the famous popular lawyers in Kumasi. Something was dealing with a lot of chieftaincy cases. If you go in and want to see chieftaincy case, someone dear, said Dennis is one of them. And for me, I'm super happy.
Do you think, sir, Mampeni Mahama, as more then candidate is rather unfortunate? We say Obi Dennis Koya, Sasam the Batan Hubia.
Sasam no kind said that Dennis wasn't there.
Yeah.
he wasn't part of the group. Now John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency, now no mudin komo.
Okay.
Now also on a ye for the din komo.
NDC.
And this lawyer said Dennis near NDC lawyer said Dennis is a judge of the Court of Appeal. Okay. Me watch my dear. And in fact, I'm telling you, he's very brilliant when it comes to the law and the practice of the law. And he, me who knows what he hold me who see I listed or no. Because I am the power say papa eventually no it withdrew Supreme Court.
You may not have answer to this question. There and a delay no.
Minimum the crop.
Yeah.
Minimum the crop. And so we said then it's free ha. So akabuafo.
Yeah.
Judge akabuafo. Yes. No general jurisdiction. So if you stand before him, let's say or the judgment was in the ruling say kasa. You're trained in Canada. Most of the cases in persuasive cases. But this is a guy, he speaks the law, he walks the law. And for me, I don't see, well, maybe I'm on the view and the prism at which I'm the name. But go for two minimum personally, Sir Dennis and
among the lawyers,
I think
or more the judgment near the BC or the Omanfm Mahama Kai. Number of messages I mean, yes, yeah, the home so me and this because Sana Ura Mahama Kai. But more we lawyers and so moon hunasa.
Made them in hunisa because untimin contra court. Now say me and this in you are going to bend the law. Case BI is on case by case affair say basis. Yeah, the facts they double on him. And the facts in where can and I will share the applicable laws and I more apply the laws in the account. And the lawyers, CASA advocates, Edin Komo, and the CASA, and then the judge will come up with his ruling. Judicial decisions are based on facts plus the law will give judicial decisions. And Tama John Domani Mahama, His Excellency, will share Oman CASA. I don't think that's a group of judges here, vetting or parliament, now Mutitobi. And I think they are also human beings, and the judges are supposed to be independent-minded people. And as the council no money, no one can be transit, and yes, then is going to be transit. I was Supreme Court. I said there will be other judges, 5 judges to start with, 7 judges to start with, and it goes all the way to 9 when it comes to judicial reviews. And one person cannot go there and try to influence. And now, Menini said, well, I don't know, you cannot say, first, I Jeffrey cannot say, even the United States of America, the judges say you vote to all along party lines. But when it comes to ruling now, everybody has to leave a legacy. Okay. Cases are there. Okay. And if you understand your this, you've heard this case, I will be a referee because case here, will be a law school already.
Cases will be already there.
And that case was one of the bad cases. Every lawyer be a can once. Say judge is normal kind, no more. Yeah. And if you are a judge, let's say I did two anymore. In the first place, you put on your legal wig and you make sure you apply the law, you make sure you do the right things because you are leaving a legacy. The case is going to be there for the rest of your life and it will continue beyond your life. Into whatever judgment that you bring out. I think that judgment should be a judgment. It should stand the test of time. And for me, I think we should not be looking at judges na do omo kono se bia Mahama na do omo ba ana say ni say if na Danka Akufo-Addo and picky omo I don't think we will be saying na Danka Akufo-Addo pick Sankro forward. The judiciary must be independent. And I believe in the independence of the judiciary, and therefore my expectation and my wish is these judges, so when they go through the vetting, let's say Omoko Supreme Court, they will do the right things by the people of Ghana. Okay. That is my view, because Ghana fonya na boa omunema no mda kwashe omu se muni yasema ye wogidi omumu. And let us look at them individually and see homo history, homo practice, homo decisions, homo diaba. Just look at Dennis over the year, I think 15 or 13 years or court of appeal. The experience what judges are there, what judges are there, what magistrates are there. So when see a year course be a first year training and legal people be or Ghana has a year. Said Dennis Dimutintima. And let's look at Sir Dennis as Sir Dennis and the law, what he has done in the past and what he can do now and what he was going to do in the future. That's what I think.
Independence, just Oram Hama, Nasamo kind na ehu here. but said okay now on the NDC lawyers in Asia and a whole two omofo.
Yes.
Ya kwa say politics and law. Said okay American money baby why you to so aba yen sa. At what point you be to me a separate two no?
Time will tell.
Okay.
Time will tell. On say Ghana ha no bibia bia no ye the politics.
Am your same bem.
Oko hospital about politics. Odo ba ko school about politics. Odo ko pejuma politics. Sadeno na adi enya. I just came from the US and ya we share development cohort rules are ye. No American president. And about Bejina concern me be twa homom ye kwan.
Yeah, Chelsea.
Me be twa homom ambulance hospital. Me be twa homom because ye fly over. I mean it will happen. What you say systems are there. And yaw. And now say Ghana yen should the need development plan. Yeah, a stretchy over 5-10 years. Nuntino Obiaba or the manifesto no they but that's where we are. Until we be politicizing no. Yes, we see free HSS, madam the buyer, we see my review, we see agenda 111, also we see that who or who. But if we have a plan and a roadmap, its execution becomes compulsory. It's said we are buying na to abama na oba 2028 oba or 2032 oba etc. There's a plan of development for the country. Yeah, what say you this one? You make sure the country ni ana yeko and more yetu ni. Yes, I know my way judges and this animal, but we will not even bring in politics. I'm the judiciary, I'm the executive, I'm a BBA parliament. Yes, it's politically a parliament is politics because they are there because of elections and they don't call. What is the executive a politics because they say but the judiciary in itself, dear, and yet for political reasons. It should be independent. Na yenjai the way that we buy it and na danko fadu MPP for judges in here and ye passa no ebema ya temu and I mean the legal system in this country it will not be a proper legal system about bringing about peace and order senya emrano in itself no say emra baby a e dia sumdue ba e di order ba e di nkoso ba e di nkamomu ba e ma didaso e ba oman mu si anye saade no na e trete na bibia in this country na ye no e politicize dia e be ma oman no ebebre e be ma mabunu a e ba daachi no ombebre other countries are develop we share all the developing countries are politics play a role but politics take bibia enwura hospital be everything politics enwura bibia mu politics bok kwan to ho emma economic activities take place emra ewo ho bo say be ya Ghana will not be a jungle, US will not be a jungle, the whole world will not be a jungle, but be a place asundue any pepe ye ni niema ekoso. But in my country, in this country, in Ghana, every activity the be bia politics. The wheels of that activity is political. Police ni kwa na utwi car na se wantwi ni ya na ogina wa no wafa phone no wafre aban pani bi ana aban yes masa manenko order from above obi na bedi bone kra na be yi a na ya politicize no obi na be bibi na nya na politicize no. When we continue to do this, you got us e be ye expose ya bonten ensuo to a e be yiri afa nipa ya obi abetimi ato aniema mu emra ope ensem beba ateche ya mofra enya good schools enko ensuo to ya na yadum kania and from abope na eduabu abo electricity poles obi beti nipa betimi awu doctors be mistakes at hospitals because we don't even review them. Obi any who trans at the end of the day, you review hospital say, you rating hospital way, bonia this medical error no ma we don't have all these systems. But this country is about politics. How to win elections the following election year. And bibia politics. Now ya Ghana atitia pansam. But we think that we are developing. We are actually reversing. We are reversing. When I was in the US recently, now me cousin here and from them you're different. Look at the trees. And we are so crack and foot road niso. From Philadelphia all the way to through New Jersey all the way to New York City. Shekwan unamso. Ya neshe adia ya chekwan makasi ya chekwan makasi ya chekwan mu. Esa ye pentiso enra. Esa no pay ya pentiso. But where kwaso Kumasi to Accra Road. Kumasi to your friends Accra. Shekwan atitia pansam President Kufo yeah and then we go Kumasi. It takes you almost 6 hours. Big. Now your friend is saying adia makasi nyina ekọ efutro ekọ. Ade woman on the omunya nipa. Ade omunya politics nibi. Yet here we have gold, we have diamond, we have oil, we have everything in this country. The soils are good. And we are not solar energy, but in the States, we are but they are using solar energy. When you talk about leadership, politics, bread. This is a serious matter. Carbon monoxide, acid rain, and then mankind and mobile body and most of the sibo because we are not environmental friendly people. And yet, yes, where you say, and I'm a baby way, and I see how you say, what Timmy Wakame, and the Fire Kotum, and the Fire Chiway, and then you say, wait, whereas the country has a place to go, a journey to go, moving from our poverty to the next level of development. Now, now, Kumasi, look at Kumasi Road. Now, a whole country, Kwame Nkrumah Mreso, Kurana Sebe Yasine about Jimmy Bray. Now, train, it me move from Kumasi to Accra, a biko Huni Valley, a biko Takrade, a famu Buabin, a chamu Takwa, Koko Chaka, et miko. Those days, now, Abesine Mremu. Yeah, we train a Sala train from Washington D.C. to New York, less than 3 hours. Wako and wait me at Philadelphia. Now with the Sala train, with the Amtrak, with the Juma or New York City, downtown Wall Street, and then come back to Philly the same day, relax with your family, and then go back to work. Now you waha, now you go to Saye. We don't even have trains. We're at the country. Now Ghana, you see, we are the blaster of hope. Ghana, you see the gateway to Africa. Ghana, you see the golden age of development, golden age of business. Now we call your airport terminal train. Who's a Ghana Airways Baku Kreso? Who's a train Baku Kreso? Ya painting home black, red, gold, green with the star in it. Nekas a Ghana Airways. Go to Rwanda, they have Rwanda Air. Go to Ethiopia, they have Ethiopia Air. Ultimately far from here in this country, Ghana, and go to the United States of America. Ethiopia Air. Go to Ivory Coast. Miduru ya me share Ghana ha airport na Ivorian Air. Na esiho. Nigerian Air. Na esiho. South Africa. Na esiho. Kenya Air. Na esiho. Uganda Air. Na etufa wiem. And we are here making noise in this country. Na ye niwe. Na ye niwe. Na ye niwe. And then yes we are away. And then yes you go board. And then yes you say ni ye managing ni hema. Na sikano air leaky. Na sikano air move away. And right, this country needs roads, proper roads. You hear trains, you hear airlines, you hear good schools, you hear good hospitals. When I went to the States, I'm calling New Jersey, baby, I'm a cousin, Fred Amoda Akoyejuma. Was it virtual campus of Voorhees? It's a hospital, but hospital now all corner. You have whole campus. It's a whole campus. It's a campus. It's a whole campus. Baby, a woman, a more fragile. Baby, you share a mofra, baby, a share pinfall, baby, a share homomonia stroke, baby, a share brain. It's a whole campus. Yet here we've got gold, we've cocoa, diamond, timber, oil, every resource in the world God has given us. We cannot even sell tourism. Now we are bragging about Confidential Teaching Hospital, we are bragging about 37 Teaching Hospital, we are bragging about Kolebu Teaching Hospital, but you can't build any hospital, I bet you are friendly. Campus, with all the monies, everything is politics, y'all. So it is not about the judges who are going there. It's about how the government sits down and think about the ordinary person on the street. It's very shameful to the country. It's very, very shameful. Until y'all, media.
Sabria, why pay? Now me separate from politics.
Yes.
Korea other networks. They say, yeah, Daniel, no.
No, we shouldn't be politics, man. We have to move forward as a country. Yeah, this country, you know, we are going backwards. We are going backwards. A good year, and Nema on your media man, and more so, you see, a cratch for you produce and enemy for. Ghana can never be poor. What Ghana is lacking, a good and visionary leader, or you're selfless, now or care about the youth, or care about the country. You can say the country emu nipa, emu resources. Your country no, all be managing, all be money proper. Ni Ghana there too and amako anymore. Ghana cannot be poor. Mama ye nyai this politics. Now you ye nyini Omanic account to put to home. What hurts me so much? Any rules are a country ha. In foot so what play mu but our chef from you do East Lagos and our chef from ya chef from ho do ha na wani egu because who to kwanya ebu motorway kwame kroma ye motorway what the cement and concrete and all the year that's the motorway to tour. You see, I was the scientist at Waha. Now you're the beauty men and the air frost cement in the moon and the bitumen cement air mix it and the motorway to two. And then you see a bebemu, you be one as I an asphalt. We have gasem. Ewaha, you be one as I an asphalt. It's very shameful. And that's also we have to bow our heads in shame. Near who said we should stop all this politics. Near many of mine who near me and punto who near me can be fast way, better lift Ghana up. I'm a Ghana, you're only a railways, you're only a airline. I attract Omanfm Baha. You better build the hospitals to take care of our youth. You in 80, 90 years. You better take care of them. Anti-conference city hospital the other day. You replicate another big hospital like that. A campus. 37 bias. You the day. You build it and how many hospitals do we have in this country? Bigger ones, international wise. By other politicians here come here. They sit on the plane, go to Germany, go to US, go to developed countries. No more question. Yeah, this is preposterous. This is not good. This is ridiculous. And we need to change our mindset as a country. We need to change our mindset as leadership. Now you focus on how to use the resources of your media man. Now you find changing the fortunes of this country. Otherwise, in the future. And in the future, when we leave this country and meet our fathers, saying, and I'm politics no na MYA.
Me da say as Antoine Yankwani for the Bokrata na ba ko bras why krado a.
My krado na the Bokrata no peminsa so mo
me as Antoine atwen me nka ma Commodore enkonanim na me nka wo mbehwe microphone ma me ko so.
Wo fa ne me de Alhaji Abdul Rahman de Bokrata watching the say the Ghanaian Times say na e hyase e de amawo. Kratafa toso me ensa e na me bowura. Na nsemu akatafa etoso miensa de abanche se etu ato ewosunyane mpotemo na ne nyina no akwa wiewie se mentime ho ase esi wosunyane na yesunyane manhene ne na himfie dada mu se old palace ho ene si wosunyane bono mantemu eche se afamienu private security guard and afenso no ohima wo ho wosunyane ono nso na ho bambofo na aso dua brayi a otoso mienu na ho bambofo ena de bo ani wosunyane manhene asensemsem kakrakra bi ewo ho eno na ekokodi sansensem ewo mu a okoji amansan bo ahen kokko a otoso miensa ne ho nano dwode ya enetu eto ya Ghanaian Times de obokrata no so abomuntirimu de aba na yekọ kratafa etoso enan ehon so a ajajifo asem a ye kan ye enso ewo ha na Supreme Court nsensem so ewo ha na Justice Senyo Jemefe emfoni eda ho na asem a wo ka enyina ne se won de o support senka edu se ye di ensem sinya yemie public hearing and say public tribunals ento ase ensem no se de yete no we meka bi we mfa na dwen kyerebe eno kra boa ma yetete nsem ewo Supreme Court so ana etete nsɛm a ɛwɔ court ahodoɔ no ɛso ɛsan sɛ court nko a na yɛde asɛm no a ɛkɔ de bia nte kɔba ne saa kwabana ne de n'asɛm kɔ court a ɛbɛda hɔ a bɛyɛ mfie du na yɛnu ne deɛ no so ma yɛnkan de sɛ bie saa public tribunals no a ɛbɛma nsɛm ahodoɔ ɛwɔ court no so ɛso atimi ate na kratafa no a etwa to kora wɔ Ghanaian Times mu a etwa ne sɛ the back page hɔ ɛna mabɔ ɛde ewura Professor Agensia Emfoni Edechire na Professor Agensia ensem a woka nyina no enka na woye head Edma Forest and Horticulture Crops Research Center e wokade Professor Samuel Agensia ensem a woka nyina se abanfo nani nkɔhwɛ se wodi sika ewura soya beans ni dua ene kwan befa so betimi edi dwuma na sika wo mu pa sika wo mu na afen so betimi aboa ama Ghana economy no atimi asesa se de ani ekɔhwɛ soya bean de se de yeye no na yatimi de bedi dwuma eno ene nsɛm a Ghanaian Times abonkyire mu edi aba
Ohene Ebubonsra says well spoken general manager is anybody listening? Yes, omutie Ama Delali Akwiti or celebrate your birthday. Happy birthday to you, Ghana International High School, year 12. Yeah, wish you well. Mama Stella say, "Man, wish you well." Oh, mommy, English, yeah, man from, or say, "Man, wish you well." We are listening live from GTP, making up department. Okay. Frank Stone also say Okuseku added a message about, and he says the politics will come in when it comes to the voting. So let's see everything from that perspective. And then first message our teacher is right. It is a case of balancing the act or stating the law as it is. I grab a message in a senior pie. The remarks by the president, then the flag bearer of the NDC, are truly derogatory and should not be entertained in a democratic dispensation like ours. Surely history will be the judge. Ukuseku ewadamfa ena no edi way by memoachian or pay busa say na wapum ti saying nana prempe ewo UK yada say wa dwen ye sanso so and Pasolo says we saw the judgment of Justice Atuguba in 2012, but the same lawyers will tell us he is very good. He is a very good judge. Interesting. We don't doubt their competences. We acknowledge their intensive experiences. Our concern is their political affiliation and partisan ruling because of what President Mahama said. Chiba for Asante ewo kaswa ena odiwe by Chiba for nipa bebre no ano ebeya adwen. I always enjoy Lawyer Alex Jemfi lectures with you. It's very good at what he does. Wow. Hubert and a day way by Edase. Software do says brilliant submission from Lawyer Jemfi this morning. Well, I wish you well and so. This one says you see Chechesinenkwi chia yese wadore sade esi nipa chia yese oyare koto de ne bodwe. When just two countries are fighting, our fuel prices can rise. Yet when we're hit by a global pandemic like COVID-19, that shouldn't have effects on our economy as fuel prices. We do by referring to Niana AC Bribia Chemana and DC for Kase, MPP for Memono, Mo Ehuno, Ye no. I'm wishing Pinto for the loss of the father, Edward Kwakunya. Pinto. Condolences to you, Kafra. Yase washo papa. Yankopon enyo adomna omwa busuani nyina ba bibia enye kama. Ahmed Kwachen so maame na wase se utia no pay. Ko mensa wo pillar 2 onso ye na wase MPP Patriot let everybody sacrifice let us embody sacrifices and service. Okay, unity is crucial as we rebuild and prepare for 2028 election. We must put aside our differences and work together towards a common goal. Special greetings to Hajia Safia Muhammad. Okay, comments au pila tu onso ma yenda wasi. Na afia santo mami hwese metonka na yenkweni.
Daily Guide ewo mense manope na kratafa eto so miensa na mebo amane edifri na Mrs and Professor Mrs. Angela Ofori Ata anope ni mfoni edaha na mami eye obi ono eye former Minister of Finance na yere na anope wakasa edi atudwa sem ntemo bi ena na ye keka ni kun ho apomuden ho nsem na wose enu ada ena ni kun ekoye surgery na ni nyina no eye sebi ni prostrate ho nsem ena na atochema kakra na enso enu ada dwumede ni kwa ewie ya ye se okoye surgery no nyame adom bibibo ni bia nsi a wo kire se ni kun ewa hoden na afeni aka ne se wo behwe na wanunum ni nuro aka se ne be ya Ghana for hwehwe ye hwehwe ni OSP nso etwe ne sere ni abasa no opani betimi aba be yi ensem bi ano na kratafa etoso miensa ahakro na nso ena krata yi ebo amane se abai de betu dwasem wo baba behwe aboa ama private schools or the baba kan free SHS ho na we makomako 25 ena wa hyase a wo de baba kan ho a kire se ne nsema wo kan no wo se wadi so na mamemfa baako enwie ewa ha se krata etoso ensia enfama na yera Kennedy akompre ko Japan ne foni eda ha no pay papa enhwa ye fe papa wo hwemu enhyiranko a ena odomfo nyame ede adom no na ne foni eda ha no nyina no eye nu ada ne birthday twegu ye ewo Ghana ha se enu mpo no wono akasa ansha da se odi birthday no na enipa de wo wodo na se wo wodo de manipa wo birthday kwedu wankasa wo mawutimu po no na adofo ehihye bibi ede mountain nu ada ne birthday yi na efe pa na no mu ena yera baako anope wode ensemu ababetudwa wo kire se yera Kennedy akompre ko Japan de MPP enida so ene no na se MPP fo epe bema ni buodu bema onsoso kita hye ne proyeso bema owani suade hu na oye mmebu don frefo betimi aboa ma mmebu enya adwumaye wona waje ntite wo suku ahodwo mu ene won certificate dida demu no wo betimi ahwe aboa ma omonya ba bia gina de a ene na MPP ni da so enfa MPP for enfa yera Kennedy akompre ko Japan papa yi enfa enyina sienim se ne be ya Ghana ni da so no ebetimi aben papa anope wo kan nsem eye Jojo Rocky oben wono ena anope wode ensem wenyina tudwa the daily guide medimu nsem asom yetiefo
de me de to aso eye
na abotre mame ora Ken aba wasem wish you well ono nso na o celebrating the 50th birthday na no kwasiada etwa over the weekend nti me wish you well and farmer no wasere onyankopon ahoden e de ama ba wase ni boot celebration no host to nipa 220 and a Sunday so host to nipa 100 or UK ho na che say abawa umodin but teacher mame na ho for commercial break me ba
okay
afa ye de aka no abeto so 107.1 so ni high Omanfm ye dan ye ho agenkrato ba ko aba ye ba ye beto so
Ojambo, wani munya mefe. Ade wontimi ne di ana.
Me nua metimi didi o. Nanso minim ne ya ha me.
Enye duane nko na hia o. Uhia food supplement, ya vitamins, ene minerals ahyebu ma na boost immune system no. Lanzarote Logistics, edi organic pomegranate juice aba. Ya yefa no fruit force pomegranate juice. Emu akoma nya hoden. Emu adwene ye adwuma ye na fei aboa dwonso mu hawa hodo nyina. Sadan so no de cold milled seeds aba.
Ne flaxseed, sunflower, pumpkin seed, chia seeds, and goji berries afrana na.
A source of fiber, protein, very high in omega-3.
Yes, and no organic.
Delivery ewo incrementum haba bia ay free. Number is 0539 982 593 0539 982 593. Email lanzarotelogis@gmail.com. Lanzarote Logistics, home of organic.
Akuya na ase ho te sen
mama o ti apon kakra na momo ntumi mi se aduane
enti na mede front active and chance ne pepe mu nnuane papa bia wo di a wo mra ho aba no wo ye front active cereals rich in vitamins proteins and minerals fiber and omega-3 so wom e boa digestion every 3 years equals 100 years obi atumi di bi na make kama wotumi di ni breakfast lunch and asapampo
front active ebe boa pa
the drink nso ni ye won diabetes ya de ya tua no ana one person chire etumi num bi na e won complete. Omanfm can use to be. Now the test no. Jai. Oba normal main. Very nutritious.
And a Font Active Junior in Sway.
Font Active Junior. Ni formula no. And koda wadi 1. Equals 14 years. Ya wonu muntimi ni di year from no. Would ensure ana milk and mexia. Na wo timani di. Na ni denti. Obenyi di fe. Ni nyina wo supermarkets and a pharmacies. Dodua at the Pa Pharmacy Limited. Branch BM our Ghana. From 0302 664 832 and 0245 915 254.
FDA aji ejedi nkratu yato.
Swakoton sasi bi emalanga de fuata tawo emwonu hu senti wonto asasi bia e enkraha bi odia kwakoma to yam esanse edmeko ba ko a ne sanse manso ni ho na langa de fo entatawo eye Palacion Properties e won sasi wo me bi ti say Shy Hills Dodowa Odumse ena Abripukrum Shy Hills and Sasino, Palacion Properties edited 20,000 Ghana cedis. Ma hoya ha na kopebito nansenya. What the kind to 5,000 Ghana cedis? Wabama afi ema ne aka no. What the etua? Utua 5,000 no year. Wama kwan ema akwa Sasino so kwa wadwuma bi a wope. Sa utua fika no year. Wasan echo 100 blocks ema de twa wadwuma so. Ades from kwa. Palacion Properties edi abeka ho kra ne se. Sa wasase da ho a wope so si dan nanso woni sika. So asho dan na se. Nanso wakoka kwan mo bra wonye sika ento aso a. Palacion Properties. And sika kramia bi akambo mu eye adwuma. Wobema sika ema ade atwa wo dan no so. No ama emfiaduo no ema ade atua wo ka no nyina. Palacion Properties nkoa ena obema asa akwan nyai. Sa wo hwe Palacion Properties echi akwan a. Wo Rich Junction, Madina, wo be Marina Supermarket no. Na watwe mienu bi anso. Palacion Properties ade Omanfm pensa ase ato no bi ekofa akwa won sas no nyina ewo mo kohwe bi. E bra wontua sika bia. Sa wo pese won ankasa eye wo dan plan ema wo. Na wo ma pe won sas no so mawa. Ni nyina wo be ya ma wo. Ama wa hunu say ampa edmeko a wo transase a edimu ene Palacion Properties. Palacion Properties e wo homa edidi so iso 0551 499 919 and I say 0243 354 100.
3CP. Efie here 3CP bambo.
Spanish garlic mixture and the capsules. A boama moja dear fusan when you pedianum ye. Spanish garlic mixture and the capsules. A boama moja dear fusan when you pedianum ye.
I didn't no.
What some brands and or baby Jeffrey would do.
What for Tonchi herbal capsules?
Oh, and you don't quite obey me. I can be Tonchi herbal capsules for male vitality.
Caneno no one hockey cow from now so me who sound why ding.
Oh, me fat Tonchi herbal capsules, my pom dressing that them. In fact, or how I am a one every hole.
Tonchi herbal capsules.
A member what in fear doing what trade cronquan ever. And yet, my a pen for and my one more money for them quite in fear do me. A you good mammy say.
Tonchi herbal capsules.
Our pharmacists, herbal, and over the counter medicine sellers. For a Tonchi Links Limited. It was 0553 511 159.
Tonchi
FDA agedwedin krato yatum. Give us P capsules. A memory. Manum bia ye benemu. Kani metutu ya na minkuma bo asese de. Betu esa kum menia G. Give us P capsules.
Give it to me, baby.
Give us core capsules so eh.
E mane meme nyina akoko yade. Sisi yade amamanya yem timotete wo mo no. Yedru no no. Manum bi amama de me ho.
Give us core capsules. Mrs. Moye ding. Give us core capsules.
I give it to you, baby. You give it to me.
Oh yeah.
Hey. Give us no. A man need ya bebusiemu papa. Na bema ka give us P capsules. And ni give us core capsules bomunum dia. Na eni jeni ahode no.
Wabrudo.
Give us P capsules.
A man what if you do what you do cronkwan efa.
Give us core capsules.
A painful abata one more menu for one kwada when if you do me nunka ho. E wo drosto bia motofonko Give us Herbal Center. Teshi mobile. And na Teshi Adriami. Phone numbers 0543 222 470 and 050 68
Hey, why fish? Someone you would know. And the man who say I can once a moon. Who cast up a packet see and no baha, none and answer tataya, or Casano didn't Sakatana.
but we didn't say so, Papa.
Matilda Mokanina, Spanish garlic mixture, and then the capsules at Aroma, and I'm a pomodressa.
Wow, why a nice Sankasa, Spanish garlic mixture, and then the capsule.
A woman boy, dear for Sunny with the Pedianum. Now, a boss is a bro, I want to chew hypertension, a tick or restoration, will be a charge of 10 temper. Gas is general yam, a macra, a mania moon of future cromina, a torch, will walk a water a Vian, after and Hoyan.
Enti as no Spanish Jinko capsules, Hana.
Spanish Jinko, and no day in Nura, watch free, Jinko beloba, any soya oil moon, and my wife Jumo should daho.
Martin say anti-aging and a good retentive memory.
Now you're turning him.
Antec Herbal Center for and then pharmacies can make an herbal shop. A painful about more money for them with the infidum you and come. FDA, AG, a gradient crack.
Ade panono kofa bae wasan de 3CP papa ebebua efie bia aba mese ade pa de etwamu da wo de 3CP egu nsomu dware a ebo ho ban efi muamoa ho fa 3CP efren so huru wanu anopa bia na ma wo se ho ban wonu aduane na eja ana enso hye ehyewo a fa 3CP efren so fifa so eno ano no wo hyewu wi a fa 3CP efra enso fifa so na bebua obebre 3CP ehye pimples empompo ekro na ekum kro enimnimu ya also 3CP so de enye na wo drugstores biamu atufon at the pharmacy ene SGSSB ene hwani mu okanshi free 0302 664 832 Kumasi at the pharmacy e wadum ene Hello FM ene hwani mu 3CP efie bia hia 3CP bambo
Ghana fwe Franco esa the electrical appliances for Bejosu washing machine, Asian woman yopo, CCTV cameras, and need all clear. I bet you know that several mobile phones, these are iPhones, Infinix, Nokia, Samsung, any the account, anyone says you na Franco. In now being at the papa, ne water foam say Franco air conditioners, every 1.5, adequacy 2.5 horsepower, Samsung Franco TV, every 32, adequacy 85 inches. Franco, essential tabletop. Double decker, any chest freezers, and chain in a mahoden cry. Franco, Quabata be a benwo, name of head office, a wada braka, one in Roxy Cinema, Nedian, friend 0246 422 338 in a 055 5939 311. Franco, electrical appliances, papa,
Spanish garlic mixture and then the capsules. A boama moja dear for send when you pedianum ye.
Shaping the nation, 107.1, hey, oh man. Shaping the nation, 107.1, hey, oh man. Shaping the nation, 107.1, hey, oh man. Oh man, 107.1, having so much fun. This is how it's done on radio. Oh man, 107.1, having so much fun. This is how it's done on radio.
This government has carried out a deliberate policy of putting their people on the bench. It's more than 80 towards 100 and counting. He's packed the courts, and we know that they've packed the courts because they want to avoid accountability after they have left office. And so all manner of people who are known to have been partisan, to have been executives of their party, who are in the legal profession, are being leapfrogged into the superior courts and other places. We must be prepared as NDC legal persons to also go onto the bench so that we can balance out, the judicial. And so I encourage some of you to look at careers on the bench so that we can balance out what the current situation is.
An executive that suspends one chief justice while installing 7 new justices is not filling vacancies. It is reshaping the constitutional order. The appearance of institutional capture is inevitable and constitutionally catastrophic.
Chief Justice Justice Gertrude Tokono, I first and foremost think that this is not the proper platform to be questioning the processes involved in relation to Justice Tokono. I think it is inappropriate, but let me just indicate that there is nothing proceed.
This committee bears solemn responsibility for ensuring only nominees demonstrating unbending commitment to judicial independence receiving approval. We must probe not merely legal knowledge, but constitutional philosophy and commitment to deciding cases without political consideration. To all participants, embrace robust discourse with dignity, ask hard questions, challenge respectfully. Our democratic maturity is measured by our ability to disagree with purpose while maintaining civility. The nominees seek sacred constitutional trust. May they prove worthy. May we test that worthiness thoroughly. History will judge whether we defended democracy when it needed us most. Future generations will thank us for courage or condemn us for cowardice. The choice is yours.
107.1 Suni High Omanfm komo kakra akoso ewo eye appointment committee no so penifo no we di faha na we di afaha ebi na yebo ema motie and this one says good morning, lawyer has spoken my mind, lawyer that has addressed my concerns. Nyakwa Bronoma in this one. Kwesi Yeboah says the fire in the NDC is getting very hot. The race to succeed Mahama is gathering momentum. Many within the NDC are also disappointed over the lack of appointment and jobs. If MPP is able to put its act together, 2028 could go their way. I end with this quotation from the Amos 3:3. Can two people work together without agreeing on the direction? Unity is the key. Kwesi Yeboah na odewe aba. Ede two MPP fo nyina efo. Asida eye odia. This one says the politics will come. Okay, ukuseku LDA makai dada. Teacher Afifa graphic no ebra.
Daily graphic enimu ha ena empanimfo abomudin ma emrasebedwa fi wojan wa enimu bise bisom nsem no mu baako Justice Jamafa na ono ena ode atudwa se omo akere se waboa ye pa won se Supreme Court no ya baako pe na atena ye kese no won kran ha ena o ka se tifi mantem no waboa sebe ya omo benya ebi ewo ho se obi ebi asem Supreme Court na wo fiti tifi mantem a beba bedun kran de ya na no ehye enti waboa enti ono nso ne mo abaako a wode aboa no se fata se saa de bre no ono nso ne nsa ekam na Daily Graphic animu ha no kokrata fa etosu dunan a eho na waye kede atudwa se etichafo binom na eboa ma enkwada wotwe bi isi yenso no wawie mu ose saa de no eye adebone kra na oba kratafa etoso adunu enso a eno na atemuafo yi a wo bi se bi so mo nsa na wototo wa no ewo mrasebedwa fie no mu baako Justice Ajay ono nso de atudwa se obi wo ho ana oye judge oye otemuafo ewo court ewo so nanso yetumi de no kotena court a ewo fom kakra bra otemuafo bi di asense ono nso ono oye higher court judge no ye de na kotena court a nene de no of na tese baabi ono judge panin no wasua de akodu no owo a se bi amede ye mfato a bi a or appeals court judge near the narcotic say be a circuit court to see judge or circuit court no udi asem na nso kwana court na hobi or say SSSR enhye no omu eyi free ho esan say san hye no enkoso ewo man bia mu agin Ghana hanko anti betumi a wonhwe na wonyi emfree ho na USAID okbakata fa ewachi na back page no a USAID eno say what the motorcycle oha ene enan ede akoma o meya pundi adwuma no se wonye se de ebe ya ebeboa na watumi asom Ghana for sompa na asamba ko oha nso ewo echi ha ena o che se wiasa mansan kabomuku no womo fa bi aba Ghana ha wo boa na nunwa empoano ho no a watoto niema egu obasa no womo ahwe na womo asiesie ho nyina na aboa Omanfm katafa tosu dunsia nso na oru akwabena minta kando wode ato governing board no anim se womo nhwe omo governing board na wo ayaresabia no abadwaku a ohwe na okan nsem odwundwun ayaresamia ene oman apomden nsem ho no wode ato anim se won kan kire apomden adwumayefo se won hwe se wode ade a wakosua no ebeye adwuma na aboa Ghana ma oman no nso ne yiedie ene ne nkoso atumi aboa enti Daily Graphic ensemo akese a ode ebaaye no na obakatafa etoso du nwotwe nso a ena emrahye badwa fie emrahye badwa ni a ogira ho ma omanfo a womo oye NDC ni ai na sema woka nyina ene se Mami Jane Mensa a oye EC pani no wamra emrahye badwa fie na umeyi ensem bi ano esan se umeyi ensem bi ano ane nyina ne sen na emrahye badwani no emrahye badwani mo manfo wo South Dayi onimanyamfo Roxanne Nelson Eche Kwame Dafia Makpo na wose isi emra no umeyi ensem ano se 2024 wa ma contract bia madwumakuo bi entintim ballot papers ni bia na wamra na umeyi ano I say, sense when Confua can say Chief Justice NDC aben pese uyin hona say we was suspended no. Back more day corner so electoral commission chairperson so be in free ho. When it is coming, it is doing. Na eba ena eyo. Inti Daily Graphic someone can see or they buy no ebi ena mabo so. Se bra abema kwan de a nyanka menton ade kakra wadaworma. Ana say wo de no we ene mamemfa menton ade kakra na honorable wadaworma wabetoa so ama mame enton ade kakra ni amede hyase ena no pay Palatium Properties adwumako oton sase na wo se me na okasai wo won sase ewo Dodowa Waterworks Dodowa Odumse Abrupu Krom Shai Hills East Legon Hills na won sase no ne kese no 70 by 100 feet na ose Shai Hills there no what the one plot no 20,000 can need 200 million na utua 5,000 can need 50 million na no etwa sase na ma no ama wafe na we de atua na o car say bia a saloon and as a mini basa opeso de ba no ma o car eno so fa enye chamfan awiabu bia e na ade beba eno so bon betwa sase no bia ma Palatium Properties in Kwanso ne adwumaku a wani sika kra ma bia ka bom enti se wasi dan wadru baabi na waka kwan mo betimi ama sika na wode asi wodan no awie no ma mfie duo no enti na wode atu yeka no ene Palatium Properties eni kasubom
meda se mayentie mampani kakra.
Recent events in the Middle East which involve an exchange of missiles between Israel and Iran have started to escalate crude oil prices dramatically. I've asked our Minister of Finance and Minister of Energy to keep a close eye on the development and model the possible impacts on our petroleum prices and prepare measures to protect the recent gains that we have made.
107.1 so ne ena teacher yenya ntie say finance ministry no said the mampani kan say wa direct no omuhia na omahwe kwan betumi afaso ama Iran and Israel war here afi o said the anopa na wo ka no tim kakra che omanfo na wo say edru he ano ayehye
say there say Iraq for no Iran for no omo che say Israel for na to
Iran ni Iraq na ese nti wan we abeka Iraq
na Iraq nso de obi enimom se ntokwa ne sa de no mo ya de so na no mo agidin
eno ase na meka Iraq ade ne Iran
yes enti Iran for no ko kwa pai ne nyina ne se Israel for na totopa yebi e ma se me ka se omo che se nipa hanu eno afemu ahwere won kwa nti omo nso be totopa ya ewi ase abakosemu ebi nsi da ko Israel for no so
me da se ma yenni nkomo na eba ne se ya na wo se ye prepare omanfo no e ma yehunu ne adi anim wo be kasa gro e bobo basa no yenko ora Ishmael Ajekum hene ho na ye ne no enni nkomo kakra ora Ishmael Ajekum hene eye NGO kite opening power da no na wonom no the esi omanu so nyina energy across the world through any African continent no mo de woman any edi akire opani yemo achi
ana bo me jensen chia otie
ya da se na ho te sei
Yes, I do.
Okay. Fan wo ho nsɛm a ɛwɔ Ghana ha history a yɛwɔ ɛne mitigation ahodoɔ a yɛ na aman mpanimfoɔ ɛyɛ. Ya na de mfasoɔ bi ba deɛ ma mebusa wei no ɛyɛ Iran ɛne Israel ntɔkwa yi mampani kyerɛ sɛ wataxe finance ministry no ɛne wɔn manim sikasɛm so wɔn hwɛ nyɛ nhyehyɛ mfa nto hɔ yɛmfa ani nto biribi so.
Yeah, many what their options are. Like you said, your control also kakra near they found over ban. Yeah, the all control also do taxes and levies are the actual. And also now that's what they done and so a buying tea. Now we are see a person or they want to become now. And she said, and yes, yeah, will be before Friday, crude born concerning the any control by it. You need strategic reserve. Yes, you are a boss to have reserves. You need our reserves in the short term.
In fact, at no cry a casa na ye casa boss they need fuel back or our reserve.
Exactly. Inti they are buying see among yeah, would more benefits of the doubt na NTA don't Babeka, but say anti duties and levies so they are meaning what their options are. See you know a good rule 10 honor a general for about a week or two. The means that you have to perform BMI. Maybe they can push more dollars into the system, maybe I might see that perform. But yes, the only option I warrior is duties, levies, taxes, maybe EBF free. So, and also not make us say the order than this one by and concept our so. In Tibia, they are going to find out how they will be able to find some money at the Nanka once it didn't be and copying Sabia crude prices in the bathroom, but. Sebia or a task or Montier had you on between and almost the better draw the walk on. But me imagining yes, you have some more options maybe apart from say, yeah, better to levies in a year just that.
Are they opening, sir? Uncle Beji one city or Beji be crowded than Tiabed and ya TV so on Tiasimono.
And meeting a young America say, meaning what their options are. You know, sometimes politics, you know, but to me, I maybe a friend of the optics. Julian, among one who say you are concerned. One who say there's a potential problem. You go here, no one discuss it. Say, OG Minister of Energy and Finance be. Jen had the Omobabeka. So Omobano must say, oh, we are getting my crude oil on Regina Parkwana. Say, Sibino would appreciate and to compensate for that. Yes, their duties. The only other year, on the you petroleum duties a little over 40%. Okay, canina boma duties ni levies. Okay, canina boma between 38 and I think 40%. I feel there was a strong agitation. A dose to the any being faced to send a amount for time enough to walk or air cost. Any other the other option is maybe in the interim or strategic reserves at least you're locking in the price for the time hoping that this war will be a short-term war. But omuna yedi abana omana sho omunsa nti yemo omunhia na de omba bekano mokana se ade a ye bi nebe ya mofre ya ye be chirechire adwena afa
Diana ye store Diana boss de egu ba bi eso mfa so ne se fi se ye nra asat nra ye kasa na de na aban wo ho no jan ho no ya yusu ni nyina ama asa ye mfa bi emeka ho ya na eso mfa so ne se
boss na strategic reserve nti ni e kan na ne sempa ne se bia e konsi e bia baby I fire and productive free ne bia ye shape ntumi ma o si enya fango bi ho ye man bia for bosumi na what me nsa no Empany said BBC now watching me as an bosomi not say yentumi ampa bibia ama oman mu a adwuma a wo say ye boss say be no nti abribia no o say boss e wo reserve he say ya sani na dia na dia kire ni say you need that say tambia here product in the bibeba nti na kire say we are more exposed and more vulnerable than think I war reserves be what I say. A cobate bibia put plums is here and as a shape on corner shape on ma. Kebenya bibi or my try who copy emergency in the field. But as Sakura we are very exposed and we are more susceptible to what is happening globally. Near my cost to Obi Manson. Insurance and awareness of the best from action, said the NKBI strategic reserves in over.
Opening so share ye enyina monkania any energy sector no was ye no more overview more sha ye gina hinsisi.
Yeah, energy sector in there for slow me can for a very long time for since MPP are buying better key over because the crisis na di from 2017 until Debiano, may refer to that document to be a binding World Bank here, energy sector recovery program. Now, a document that to me is the most honest admission of a country's problem that anybody can make. Who could document problem and energy sector ni nani a good document in him. 2019 a document 2023 so the sun revises that document actually since 2017 so crisis in insurance and so on na energy sector mine energy sector na engineer minimsa bandada ne koya but nam say a canon e bi beka ho wa bra wo ko canon. The same thing is one with SS capacity I can't once and I didn't see anyone. And you know, baby, one year contract here near to your capacity charges, but in use. Into which you can be like the counter see the means will depreciate. Into energy sector, and the Obi Obeka in a year, we are not on kind of crunch and said in a year. Yentia, the one year, so much drink and cacran say gas and the gas or on quantity, I won't problem here because gas and Ghana gas. Problem the VR and IPPs normal use. The Ghana gas and I say Sankofa gas and more touching much here and with your gas on Nigeria for because the money become to America main supply then there's crisis. In this country the better liquid fuel. Inti Nanka petroleum sector and the Nam say a Jama private sector in Nanka Omwana Kopo Musikanti and no Nanka Dajano. But electricity power sector and the problem of Opa. Say you no more can not gas in the bank one there and only free the year Jumano the Benyania Quacotia. Tina the Ghana gas cababre and a Ghana gas to the GMPC cababre. And no dear a biner a Japan now only too many tubular partners and so cannot match here. Sanko fans we a shareholder until in PNP but the gas in your pet and the problem me back. And Untina Minister of Energy say liquid fuel no budget for because nobody uses liquid fuel for power. The boy thing it is BBC has only under emergency and also an emergency in Chema. Ubu kusi Canada ma PORC next quarter no the back almost adjustment. Any the engineer is say we no more can one demand about from because we are you and I be at the here no Kakrebia one a beso and I'm say gas and so gas and body I am intend the problem. But gas in a bus shut down big buses here honor Uber with the liquid fuel. The sector the engineer
me to ase ana che se ma obia ma na ni na so se bia bibia betimi asit ebribia.
Oh yes, yeah. Maybe no, I'm not being a prophet of doom, but if Ghana gas has a problem right now, immediately no say any liquid fuels or our home battery. The sankofa gas na ma ya home battery. Even to say kra no say kodi en gas worker wana wap worker na say omo ma gas ya home battery. Canada ho enu ntina won me maka say one city no mo de to so no say nyomo ba ya home ka say yempa levy bia ni ade man dia Canada ho no say pekwan bia de betuaka. Nti eno de so mo ya to aba mo no mo pese sa na mo ya Ghana for na be decide say well say betumi agi wadi because wo ba na so mfa to obi an na de aba eno de o say pekwan bi so de koka but the problem is say no mo sisi kan kro mo jeje no enye kan ye de ba be kwa de be to fuel and no me problem no because na na call parliament me say ye de be tia legacy debt ye de be say minister so kasa obi abeka say bi an say osikani bank ko kan ye de be to fuel 1.2 billion and no na me nim de ntia obi an mi so mo bebi o mo nya 1.2 billion sikani free because ya nhwe ye once in India ye ban bejiche almost suspend your man's on bejiche because now no mo confess ban the bag of first car e kada fuel no e be here can be out of fuel but they need some catch this scanner jeje na ina di koto fuel I know the opinion no betu ya kasa na chemi am meti ase fuel e beto energy commission say be here na fini na gas e be here by 1.2 billion dollars. Say the new kakra beto liquid fuel la and no nchereze ye the 1.2 billion in na go to liquid fuel but abansi scan be the metal liquid fuel nti enya gitun sa pe obehu se be kwa fefa invoice that say at liquid fuel be zo ani ento liquid fuel iti me problem ne one city ni de ye pro minim se omonya de akọ parliament and certificate of urgency I am a public as omo for aso no ya umbegiji it's only a matter of time but yen me in the actually ejiji a omuntu mi meka nkire say bian to me meka nkire say de ni na ekotole kwafiwa anya no kure
so say wo ka say yenye nanka yemfa ntua kai ugiri say 1 cedi per liter no enough ana omofa bi nka ho
enough yentumi but they won't say the problem is liquid energy o tax energy obi a onika obi a onya yini na affect obi a. Until we have to one ye di kind say yen draw line and to kaya di yen draw line say oh nka June akaya di ni na ni kwan be fa so atua kanini but yen chance say yen makanini be kan because so utia kanini bi kura na still na kanini bi like kwan be so na kanini be fa kan ho me no ka say me electricity a ECG be to no bo so me so anyi ni na no mutumi jeje and na say o tie say ya kwachi nkrophobia I mean, I haven't seen any blatant power test like that.
Yeah.
Because anyadi odie omo we power and mpempi no omo bypass meter and to be na air condition ni ade no emfa meter no but we dey who say meter more but we use electricity air condition san e wo bebre kwan be so ne be fa so edi sa ade na no ti anye sa ECG beto 100% no ma odo metumi agege bia 60 70% 30% e ko kaka no e ka edawo nti na enye sika bia topa energy electric fuel just a buy Ministry of Finance and Pesika nti de edikan no yen draw line so to say in the car edi ni na say advance 3.1 billion sa yinimingindi because auditor year 2022 no Deloitte yema aban no next can about 1.6 billion inti sa 3.1 yeah establishes that the base now the idea no too much fine kwan ben so na yen ring fences aka no na yen rese bi ma meka anya hwe no the die ni no say yen tumi nkoka no kra the day ni ya ta yen tua ni na aka nyesa afine ma meso no ka bi eda ho na bia ba beka the council no kra ni na ne say kan bi wo nso anya say canon air cost but when your currency depreciates na can cost because crofon also to your in dollars but we just can in cedi inti one cedi no cry there o hwe Canada on ani ade but yen kan for so say yen kan say yen one cedi per because cano about can in about 2 cedis ni na obi bi amra hye say o say dey ye hwe dey aya can be to me am no abrasi but yintumi mfiti prekope en de nka advantage ba kwa say ye wo anka cedi aba for me say nka ye wo sika de a what can I down in dollars? This is the time for you to pay. You go buy the casualty by 150 billion, and yet real reduction because the Canada in dollars. You see, and once we currently say when phobia when you say no, you didn't take advantage of it. Until you see, this is the time we see USD debt, but. You can't say, oh, debt is swati. But as swati on paper, but 1 year Canada, you pay at the time, the exchange rate or now the material account. Energy sector, then or say 2-1 or more. Now, you didn't create DNA transparency. Because Uber catch them say, oh, 1 city. Now, 1 city, also they got liquid fuel in Kwan. Immediately, no me and the air cost and men suspicious because into me, Jimmy 1 CD 5.7 billion, liquid fuel 1.2 billion. Now, what they quack or talk and no material me to me,
Ma, you know, I say, Ebekasa. Yes, yeah, that's so right. Ishmael, you come here na ekone no edi nkomo no 107.1 so ni high Omanfm. The bonkra 10 na ye de ma almost nonkono abo teacher wie wo advert na we na fi enko yanim.
Enti Brian,
ye money tew ni enko.
Mache. Kontonchi Links Limited editonchi heba capsules aba eno eboa emema. Enti bomodi anakotobi nwani ebeji ewo empem opedudu atu afre 0553 511159 Medina form 0246131475 Kaswa form 0540 470055 Ashama form 0243774501 Kanishin form 0244277050 Givers Heba Center, some more money, so the Givers P capsules aba. Sanso ena eno eboa emema pa. Givers cool capsules so aba ekutias is yare any kuku. Inti wonom Givers P capsules na the cool capsules na ka ho na yejumantem aboa. Say malaria, typhoid, jaundice in so koto Givers Heba mixer no enom. Ema no to Givers ginseng mixer any capsules ni bi enom na emoa won bra white ene enemu yade hawo no. Fre 0543222470 0506-851135. Building Planner Design Limited. They say, well, once I see a DC dining near or they a fool. And so I say, be a country, a bank, Amasama, a one cry, a brew will be a ho. Sansona, Obosoma say, and a tutu a quapim, a be a ho. Fre 0242 341 216 Enna 0277 638 792. Franco the otini di ane phones enti Nokia, Samsung, iPhone utumbi. What the smart TVs abeka ho or Franco air conditioners, chest freezers and refrigerators, washing machine, microwave, blenders will be. Wakofa CCTV cameras and swaba into PBA, Mr. Ofre 0246422338 and a 0555 939311 0302 225651. Spanish garlic mixture and then the capsules na midi ho dance actually we. When I say tata ojonso ntentem ya na ojonso emu ya akoma about peri ni nyina ohome a me hwaboni wom kope Spanish garlic mixture no bi enom. Uwia na ne ginkgo capsules no nso eno eboa ma emojadu mu afusane enti kope bi top. Opedo do afre 0266 114111. Lanzarote Logistics akofa organic food supplement aba enoboa enipadua nti waduane abedi no benya emfaso efrim ebi fruit force pomegranate juice sanso na cold mint seeds so wode bi aba enti fre na so won kan ha ofro mo a wuntumi ma no mo de bebrewa so mo de ebre no eye free na emumaduru no kana betua fre Lanzarote Logistics ewo 0539982593 Brian aha ena LPM no nyina me de asie mame ena wase nyame yadoma anopa no ibehia china no pa me da se
Yankwa Humano so 0245638748 0508346915.